Hello. I'm trying to go through my house. I'm trying to find things. These are the things I was trying to find. These are old cabinet pictures that would have, grandma or dad or whoever in it. And they're probably from the 20s and 30s, 40s. They were popular. And I'm going out to Mount Auburn Cemetery on Sunday with the Urban Sketchers, and I thought I would just draw the tombstones, since the people that were in these original pictures are all dead. Might as well draw the image of their final resting place in these things. I quite often will try to find interesting media, interesting papers to try to draw on with my pen or pencils, and I think I'll have fun this weekend. I draw pretty quick, maybe I can do maybe 20 in the 2 hours. That's my plan anyway. So what do I have here? These I found in the dumpster, not the dumpster, but our recycle room. And I thought I could also draw on these. And for example, I thought I could do a bunch of drawings of cats. Under the table as they do. They, sit there and they rub up against the legs of the table. And I can see that this particular paper, you can hear the squeakiness of the pen, the paper is very slick, and so the paper, this may not be good for this particular purpose. With this wet ink, let's see what I can do if I try something else. Okay, I just sorted all of this stuff out. Thank you. I figured it out now. So here's dried up brush markers. What can I do with this? Maybe I sort of can do both with this. Who knows what I'll do. But I thought it would be fun to use pre-printed images and maybe have fun with them. As you can see, this one is not working out very well, is it? Or is it? Maybe I can make it work well somehow. Maybe this is what it needed. It needed some... Let's see what happens. Go back to my pen. Well, anyway, I've got plans. I thought these are images of mirrors, and I thought it would be fun to do drawings of, people reflected in the mirrors. Pretend that's a person. But I have the same problem with this ink not sticking, not being absorbed. So again, I may have to use a different kind of tool for these things. Maybe I need to use permanent marker. Do they work? Where's a Sharpie? It's still, it's interesting what's happening. Does this Yeah, it does have ink in it. Well, anyway, there's an idea. There's the thought. I've got a plan. I just have to figure out what drawing tool to use on these. Maybe I use a ballpoint pen. Will they work? I have a ballpoint pen. Of course, yeah. This is what ballpoint pens do. They run out of ink. So here's a ballpoint pen. So throw that one away. What the hell is this? Extra fine. This must be a gel pen or something. I guess maybe I should just put these things back in the recycle bin because the paper is so unresponsive or so hard to deal with. Am I going to have the same problem with these things? So here's this really neat textured thing. Well, what tool will work on this? Here's Prismacolor pencil. Yeah, I could perhaps use this. So here would be the tombstone, let's say, Mother. Mount Auburn Cemetery has really neat tombstones. Sometimes there's a whole family. It says mother, father, baby. So sad. And sometimes they say husband, wife. Maybe they don't have even the name of the person. It's just husband and wife. Forever and ever in their entombed. So anyway, that's the plan. Except rather than this torn up thing, it'll be on this one. And this one can have the drawing. Or it might just be awful. Nothing will work. Maybe it'll rain. Anyway, so that's my plan. So I'll draw on the backs of these. I like the texture on it. This thing is another thing that might be fun to draw on. Again, let's pretend I'm drawing a tomb. See, Prismacolor pencil works great on pastel paper. It has a little bit of a tooth to it. There's no tooth here, but just watch. So here, it sort of disappears. It's not very good. But if I use a paper with it's textured, like this one, it's really bright. So again, finding the right tool and the right paper is an important part of doing a drawing that you might actually like. So this paper, maybe I'll use ink on this paper because this works fine. You can see it, right? And then I can maybe use ink wash and sort of smear it around. And then go back with pen and ink and draw it again. It's really interesting what happens. The ink is sometimes, the ink doesn't feather or bleed, but it does when it's on top of this beautiful brush marker, silver gray. Well, I'm going to have fun. No, this does not go here. Here's another set of markers I got. Arteza markers, and I got them from a mother of a friend of mine, and they are almost out of ink, but the effect I get with this dried up marker is really, really kind of fun. I really like the way they work, because they almost feel like I'm painting with a dry brush, which is a perfectly legitimate tool by artists. I also have a bunch of these, and these were neat because too, they are almost out of ink, but they have a really nice effect when you can sort of draw on top and the ink that you put down isn't permanently there, so you can draw on top of it and just make it disappear, and then you draw more and then you make it disappear. So it's kind of a fun tool. And whether it ever will completely dry, and maybe it will, but I haven't been able to throw these things away. Now, most people, if they're drawing with this thing, they're going to say, well, fuck, it's not working right. But, or same thing with this one. But look at what you can do with it. You can do all sorts of fucking stuff, all sorts of things with it. And come up with really neat effects that you can't do with maybe another tool or set of tools, or this tool if this had ink still in it. So it's going to be fun to see what happens with this stuff. Well, I'm gonna let this dry and just see if it is somewhat permanent. So anyway, what else do I have here? What other fun tools? I have a bunch of these ink brushes, these water brushes, which sometimes work. Sometimes they get clogged. So whatever is happening here, this is sort of, now this is dried and permanent. It's not allowing me to mush anything around. So I guess it does dry, these inks. What's this? Pilot. I want some sort of highlighter. Again, this might be fun to use to smush ink around. So I'll have fun. I promise. That's obnoxious. Day-Glo orange, pink. Day-Glo puce. Okay, this one it doesn't work anymore, or does it? No, see, look, it makes it disappear. It's like magic. Look at that little salmon-y color that happened because I ran into that. Isn't that beautiful? Add to shopping cart, $1 million. Anyway, I've got a plan. Hopefully I can come up with one or two things. You'll see, I'll make a video of what happens on Sunday with my present plan of drawing headstones onto these cabinet cards. We'll see what happens. Wish me luck. Bye. Okay, why aren't you turning off? Drives me crazy.